What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Logan's Lines podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and today we are going to be reviewing or really thinking about what if the college football season was, boost or bumped up 2 months. I started thinking earlier, and I thought, well, maybe it will work out. We'll see. So I have it here on this paper, and so let's get into it. So first, I have the week 0. We're going to go week 0 through all the way to the national championship date. So week 0 would be July 27th. So today, when I'm recording this, is July 20th. So that would be next weekend. So that would be week 0. And then week 1 would be July 4th. Of course, you'd have Thursday games, Fridays games, Saturdays games, Sundays, Thursday through Mondays games. Week 1, some key headlines to think about that weekend. You have so many good games. First, you've got, everybody's been talking about it, Clemson at LSU. Not so much Clemson, but LSU with Lane Kiffin being there, and how he's going to gel his first game in Tiger Stadium. How's that going to look? You got Louisville at Ole Miss. That's on Sunday night, September 6th. September 6th. But in mine would be July 5th. You've got a couple of good games on Thursday night. You got Georgia Tech at Colorado. You got Missouri playing, nobody, but still Missouri. You've got, you got all these good games. Baylor at Auburn. Trying to think of a couple other decent games. Washington State at Washington, I believe. SMU at Florida State. That one's on Labor Day night. SMU at Florida State. But you've got really good games. Not as good of games as we've seen in past years, but we still got a good slate. And, of course, everybody's going to be talking about, week 1 and just the hype about it. So good. And we all love college football. But anyways, week 2 would be July 11th. A couple of good games there. Kind of an underrated week, in my opinion. You've got Oklahoma at Michigan to start the day on, unfortunately, Big Noon. Which, don't get me started on Big Noon kickoff, because I'll go on a rant. But the rest of the college world would too. Can't do much. You gotta love media rights, but you got Ohio State at Texas. That kicks off at night. Shout out to the SEC and ABC for getting that deal done. So you got Ohio State at Texas. That should be a good, fun one. You got Kentucky or Alabama going to Kentucky. Kentucky with the new head coach, Will Stein, taking Kenny Minchie from Notre Dame, or technically from Nebraska. He was at Nebraska for maybe two weeks, decided to go back or to go to Kentucky. I think he'll fit in well there. Kentucky, of course, for Alabama, of course, all the eyes are on, the quarterback situation between Keelan Russell and Austin Mack. Of course, you've got Ryan Coleman Williams back at wide receiver. You've got, running back's kind of slim. You've got Riley. I forgot his first name. You got him. You got Riley, and you've got, oh my gosh, what's his name? A.K. Deere back there for the Tide, but in my opinion, I don't know. I wouldn't expect much. But anyways, moving on. So you got those 3 games going around, and then you've got some other. I mean, week 2 is kind of a iffy week, but it is underrated for week 2 for the big games, like I mentioned, Oklahoma at Michigan, Ohio State at Texas, and Alabama at Kentucky. Week 3, this would be on July 18th, but there's really good games here, I think. You've got to look at. Oh, Georgia at Arkansas is also this week, I believe. I think it's week 3. That'll be at noon. But Georgia at Arkansas should be a fun one. But, yeah. And then, of course, you've got, oh my gosh, how could I forget? LSU at Ole Miss. I will not call this the Kiffin Bowl because it is not. I think everybody knows what the Kiffin Bowl is. LSU at Tennessee. LSU does travel to Tennessee in week 12. But that should be a fun one for both sides. So you got LSU at Ole Miss. Everybody's most likely college game day will go to that game. Other games in week 3, Florida State at Alabama is an underrated one. Florida State went into week 1 opening weekend and shocked the Tide last year. And now they're trying to go back-to-back, trying to go to Bryant-Denny and do it again. But we'll see. That game's the September 19th, but would be July 19th. In week 3, you've got, a couple other good games. Like I said, I think Georgia and Arkansas are that game or something. But that's your week 3. Week 4 would be July 25th. That would be South Carolina at Alabama. Other very good games on that side of it. Well, I don't know too much about week 4, so I won't talk about it. Week 5 is kind of a big week for college football. It's Georgia at Alabama. Week 5 would be August 1st. That would be week 5. Oklahoma at Texas, the Red River rivalry. Georgia at Alabama. Those are the 2 biggest games of week 5 there. And then week 6 would be on August 8th. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with week 6. Not really familiar down the road either. Week 7 would be on August 15th. Week 8 would be on August 22nd. Week 9 would be on August 29th. Week 10 would be on Labor Day weekend, September 5th. Week 11 would be on September 12th. Week 12 would be on September 19th. And then rivalry weekend would be on September 26th. And then the championship weekend would be on October 3rd. That would be on October 3rd. Championship weekend, of course, ACC, SEC, Big 12, and the American Championship would be all on that weekend. And then October 10th would just be the standalone Army-Navy game. And then you'd go a week. And then on Friday night and Saturday, October 16th and the 17th, you'd have the college football playoff first round. That would be on Friday, October 16th, and Saturday, October 17th. And then you take a week off. This is not my opinion, but I just took it from ESPN. All these games, notice how unless they can't be fit into Saturday games, majority of them are on Saturday. Get rid of Monday college football national championship days. Don't get it, won't understand it. I know why they do it for, the money, but I don't understand it. So I have games on either Friday or Saturday. So I have the quarterfinals on Halloween Day. So the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl, I believe, are the 4 this year. And then the semifinals, they would take a week off between the quarterfinal and the semifinal. So they would play the semifinal games Friday, November 13th, and Saturday, November 14th. And then they'd take another week off between the semifinals and the national championship game, and then finish it all off on November 28th. Saturday, by the way, Saturday, November 28th. Like I said, I don't believe in Monday college football national championship. Dumbest thing ever. Personally, I prefer obviously Saturday games, but I remember when back in the 2010s, like early 2010s, they used to go Thursday night was when they used to play the national championship. But that's kind of my take, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and give this a thumbs up and like and subscribe. And this has been the Logan Zines podcast. Thanks for watching, and God bless.